You are not gonna believe who came back to see me. What's up, buddy? Can you high five? You know you were like the perfect kid in a barbershop. 2 years old. Just a beautiful bundle of joy. Give me some, give me some, give me some. Ah. Oh, who's this? Is this your brother? Your brother? How old are you? 4?
Yeah.
4? How old are you?
Birthday's next Wednesday.
He'll be 3? Oh my goodness. I haven't seen you since January. I know. This is a mom. How do you feel watching that video and just seeing that your son, I mean, that was his first time getting a haircut.
Ever.
First time in a barbershop. I mean, were you expecting that?
No, to be honest, it's still surreal for me. I can't believe he just did so good. And I mean, he was act like he's been getting his hair cut for years.
Yeah.
So
I was so surprised, and obviously the views, I mean, so many moms commented on this video. And right then and there I noticed that we created a video for kids his age or even older to gain confidence to go to a barbershop and get a haircut. And I'm just so thankful that you came back, and we're gonna do another video for you guys, and let's see if he behaves and does exactly the same thing, which I know he will. I mean, he's adorable, and I'm glad. I'm thank you for bringing him in again.
Oh, absolutely.
We appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get into this video. You ready, buddy? Action. You ready?
Ready?
Let's go. What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Matt Get the Hands, back to you with another video. And yes, he is back. The kid that got over 4 million views on the video. And he came back, guys. I was waiting for this day, and you can see his hair is grown out from January. So we're gonna go ahead and go with the same style, the same concept that we did on the last haircut back in January, but more of a faux hawk look, I guess you can say that. We're gonna go ahead and shape everything up. We're gonna make sure we taper the back to the front so it has that faux hawk look. Still, the mom doesn't want to cut his hair off or too short. She still wants some hair on the top. We're gonna knock the sides down to a 2, and then we'll come back and clean everything up with the 1.5 on the bottom. But right now we're just shaping his hair up top, removing all those long curls. It's been since January, over 5 months since he had his last haircut. So it's grown out, and as you can tell on the sides, it's a pretty different hair texture than it is on top. It's a little lighter on the sides, and it seems to not have its full potential in growing, because obviously he's still 2 years old. He'll be 3 next Wednesday, so his hair pattern hasn't officially grown out yet, but you can tell that, you know, all his hair growth is on top versus the sides. So we're gonna go ahead and, you know, shape up the top. Like I said, we're just freehanding it, and just be very careful when you're doing this. Obviously kids can move, but being that he's such a perfect kid in the barber chair, he has some movement today, but it's just being patient, keeping them locked in, get them some lollipops, maybe tell a joke, maybe ask them how old they are, ask them what their favorite superhero is, what kind of TV shows they watch on YouTube Kids, because right there he moved. But notice how I'm using the opposite hand to brace him, just in case he does move. I'm able to pull back that clipper, so I don't create a bald spot or nothing like that. So you'll see throughout the video like that he moves like real quick, and that's just, like I said, it's just him being a kid. So he did amazing today. He did an amazing job. He didn't move too much. He didn't even cry. He got 2 lollipops today, because towards the front lineup, once I started lining him up, he was moving more than usual. But guys, still did not complain. Got the haircut like a grown man, and he left the barbershop looking fresh for his third birthday. And I know y'all are gonna ask about the whole mask situation. We ended up taking it off towards the end because there was hair falling into his mask that kept bothering him. But as you know, the CDC rules out here in Tampa, Florida, if you are of the age of 2 or under, you do not have to wear a mask. But his mom, for the most part, wanted him to wear it. But like I said, as we got closer to the end of the haircut, there was hair falling into the mask. So it could be frustrating and pokey and irritating. So we ended up removing the mask and finished the haircut. But right here, guys, I'm taking that 2 open and kind of shaping that faux hawk. A faux hawk is literally just the top of his head. A mohawk is literally all the way back. Now, be careful if a client comes in asking for a mohawk. Ask that the parent or whoever's asking for a mohawk if they want a true mohawk or if they want it to be blended. Because some parents will ask for a mohawk, and if the barber does a mohawk with just a strip down the middle, that's what they ask for. So I always ask the parent or the person asking for a mohawk, do you want it faded or do you want like a true mohawk? For the most part, guys, they're gonna want a faded mohawk, and like this client and his mom wanted a faux hawk, just the top. And like I said, I'm gonna taper the back for it to be a little bit shorter than the front. But this is a number 2, guys. I'm going against the grain with a number 2, and as I get close to the ridge of his head, I'm opening up the lever and I'm going about with a 2.5, and I'm just kind of shaping and sculpting his hair. But you'll see, like, after even cutting with the number 2 guard closed, there's still some areas that needed to be cut down. And I thought the 1.5 guard open, which is almost equivalent to a number 2, to clean that up on the bottom and the sides a little more, that did a lot for his hair pattern. As you can tell, even towards the back area like that, it's almost like a swirl of darkness. So after I was done with the number 2 and basically like the rough draft for the haircut, I came back with the 1.5 guard open and kind of just cleaned it up around the edges and the back of his neckline area. Right here, I'm just freehanding again, being very careful. Again, this technique can go bad if a kid moves or if you drop the clipper or you're not paying attention, you're going a little too fast. But for the most part, we're just shaping this haircut, making sure that we have that faux hawk look. But yeah, guys, I'm so excited that he came back. Obviously, his mom is super happy and super excited that we created that memory for him and her. And I just thanked her today. I was just like, man, I already know that he's going to be a great kid. Obviously, at 2 years old, if he could sit in a barber chair and not complain. I'm just showing y'all guys right here. He has a lollipop in his mouth, and he is going to town. Right here, I removed the mask a little bit. That way he can eat his lollipop while getting the haircut. I have my mask on. His parent has his mask on. So all the barbers in the shop and clients have their mask on. But yeah, I just thank the mom for raising him these past 2 years. She's been doing such a great job with her kids that you can tell they'll be well behaved in a barber chair. There's no kicking, no screaming, no crying, no hitting. And I got older kids that do that. And it's not to knock them, obviously they're kids. But it's just amazing to me that a 2-year-old little boy that has never stepped foot in a barbershop can act this way. And it's amazing, it's so real. It's like the mom said, it's so real that he was just a perfect angel in a barber chair. And right here, this is what I'm doing with the 1.5. I'm just cleaning everything up. As you can tell, some dark areas were removed with that 1.5. And I'm just using the air compressor to blow all that hair off. That way he doesn't be itchy. And now I'm putting the lineup right here. He's done with the lollipop number 1. As we get to his lineup, I give him another lollipop. His mom was okay with that, so we were able to finish the haircut. But you could tell around his lineup area, especially on the vertical bar, it's a little light. Obviously, I'm not going to push it back all the way to where it's dark. His hair pattern, his hairline, everything is still growing at 2 years old. So you just want to make sure you can give him a crispy lineup. Like I said, it's going to be light around the vertical bar area. But look right here, he's feeling himself. He started looking into the camera and was like, hey, so adorable. Beautiful eyes. I think he had a piece of hair in his mouth, and I was like, oh no, you put that cape in your mouth, you can get more hair. So we got the air compressor and blew the hair out of his face and wiped his mouth off. A lot of the parents, they thank me for that. I've had a kid in my chair before have snot coming down his nose, and I wiped it, and the parent was like, oh my gosh, you didn't have to do that, you could have told me. And I'm like, look, I have a kid of my own. It doesn't bother me at all. I mean, I don't want it to fall on my cape, so I'm gonna take care of it, or I don't want him to have boogers running down his nose, so I'm gonna take care of it. It's really not a big deal to me. I actually enjoy cutting kids' hair, as you can see. Very gentle with them. Like I said, it's just entertaining them and being patient. And for the most part, we did it amazing in the chair, part 2. He's just chilling, looking at himself in the mirror. Right here, I'm telling him I'm gonna kind of taper down the front hairline. So I told him to cover his eyes so he doesn't get hair in it, but you'll see that he kind of moves out. He's not having it right now. Oh my gosh. And right here, I started tapering down the front lineup with a 1.5 guard, because there is a 1.5 on the sides, technically, because he went back behind the number 2 with the 1.5. So I'm just going with the grain, tapering that hair down in the front so we can prep it for the lineup. I'm not squeezing his face so hard. I'm just kind of propping him up. That way I can trim the hair. I'm just holding his chin up. Alright, so lollipop number 2 for the lineup. Anything to get the job done. But again, no crying, no kicking, no screaming. Just amazing in the barber chair. It's crazy. It's crazy. And yes, I had other videos that I could have dropped, but since today was a special day with him coming back into the barbershop, this was done today on July 9th. So, and I'm also dropping it, so today. It has been exactly 5 months since his last haircut, since January. So I was excited to see him on my schedule today, and I was like, oh man. I messaged the mom right away, and I was just like, can't wait to see him, and just thank you for coming back. But a little more work on the front lineup. He's moving around. He's kind of over the whole haircut thing. He's about to kill that second lollipop. So I'm kind of just working with him, going with his reactions and how he feels. And then right here, I just want to go ahead and round out the back. But guys, this is a finished product. Again, part 2. This kid hit over 4 million views. Let's see what this video can do. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment. And as always, Team Gifted, stay gifted.